So I decided to make this video. I already tried to make it once, but it just didn't really turn out right because I didn't really know what to say, and I kind of just started rambling and I lost my thought. But I came to this conclusion after giving confession the other day. I'm Orthodox, for those of you who don't know me. Um, uh, I basically had just kind of like lost hope in my life because I refused to see God's plan in my life, and I was just like, oh, I'm depressed and I have no hope and I shouldn't be alive, and I just had all these things just wearing me down, and I didn't think to realize that it was just delusion. Like it was just temptation, and it was just darkness. Like I can't even really describe it any other way. Like it was just spiritual darkness, and I was in a really bad spot because I was in my pride, not letting God shine through, not listening to Him. So I don't know if that's like anyone else's depression, anxiety, suicide, SSA issue, but we shouldn't ever lose hope regardless of how bad things get, because they can always get better, and your pain is only temporary, well, for the most part. And sometimes it's more than temporary. Like for me, I've dealt with this problem for the majority of my life. Like I've dealt with suicidal temptation and depression issues for the majority of my life, and I didn't really realize it until kind of recently, like how bad it was. And a lot of it's stuff that I had suppressed from my childhood, like lots of abuse and lots of emotional issues I never had addressed because I never thought it was a problem then. It didn't really manifest itself till recently after I realized I couldn't really grieve over my father's death. Like I just couldn't allow myself to cry, which is really stupid, and I just still can't. And I think that's part of the problems I've been having lately, just with these manic depressive episodes I've been having. So, but I realized when I took it to confession, when I said I just literally don't want to live anymore, and was this close to committing suicide during this week, that I made my priest fall back, and he was literally like in tears, and he said, I don't care what sin you commit, anything is better than killing yourself because you'll never have a chance to repent of that. So, and maybe that's not the most orthodox answer he could have given me, but that really stuck out in my mind. That's saying when you commit suicide, like it's over, it's done. Like you don't have another chance. Like you can't gain life back. Like it's a very dark thing. That's not to say that if you're so severely depressed and there's like mental issues so severe that you can't have God's grace in that. Well, actually, I shouldn't even get down that tangent. I'm not the one who can speak about issues. Basically, there's this theory that sometimes if someone's medical chemical imbalance is so bad that they have, I guess, a little bit more grace in their decision than anyone who has it otherwise, a little different. Or if something so traumatic happened they can't live with themselves because they're so sensitive to what they did, and they're just so sensitive to the problems of the world that they can't bear to live in it. Sometimes it's a little less severe that they can kill themselves than others, but I don't think that's my situation. Um, I know I'm sensitive to a lot of things because of what I've been through, but that's given me such a deep love and care for people and a hope for people. And I feel like I really need to let people know that, like, no matter what you're going through, no matter what happens, there's always hope, whether it be through, praying to God that things will get better. If it doesn't look like or seem like it does after years, like, you don't know that it can't not get better. Um, Whether it be just through enjoying life any little way you can, finding new friends, getting out, going on a walk, like listening to your favorite music, moments like that. Like, just don't think that you're ever trapped in a situation you can't control, or that there's some way out of it, because there's always a way out of it. I think sometimes in our delusion we don't want to see it, though. In our pride, we don't want to see that there's ways out and there's ways to help, and that's a really dangerous thing, to think that we can't have help with some of these things, that we can't run away from it. Well, we shouldn't run away from it. We should face it, but that we can't have moments where we can still enjoy life. That it's all just darkness, depression, blah 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 blah. So I'm making posts to these kind of issues that if we're going through such a terrible time, we need to focus on things that are not of ourselves. Like look at something else in your life that was really happy and try to focus on that. Focus on my cats are fighting in the background, so if you hear some weird noises, that's probably what that is. I should probably stop them here in a second, but like we should just focus on what's good in life, even if you can't see it. Be thankful that you have a house, that you have a family, as much as they annoy you and may hate you. And you probably can't hear my cats, but they're going crazy right now. Just focus on anything that recently has happened that was not bad. that didn't make you depressed, that made you be like, okay, maybe life is good for a second, and try to remember that. It's kind of like what is it, the Patronus in Harry Potter. Just focus on the most brilliant memory that you have that's good, and just focus on it and let it just like soak it in your mind, let it radiate your being, and just release it. And well, if you could make a Patronus, I would really love to see that because I wish I could make one. But just pretend you're making one, and just focus on that issue. And you guys want to see my cats real quick because they're really funny. Uh-oh, I think he caught on. I think he caught on. See, it's things like that that we need to. Like I should stop them, but it's things like that that you just like laugh at. You know, find something that makes you laugh. Find something that makes you live. Like, don't ever think it's so hopeless that you can't. I think it's so hopeless that you can't have life. All right, I should probably get off here and stop them. I'm gonna continue this later.